Sorry about that. Y'all may notice that I'm still running Simon's over at Yes I Can Barbecue. It's been running constantly since I started it. He's got a lot of video up there, and so it ain't hard to do. Anyhow, I'd encourage other people to run it as well. He's, I don't know how far he is from last time I talked or I heard from him. It was, in the neighborhood of 200 or 300 hours. It was short. It wasn't much. So if we can get on, anybody that can help out with that, and hey, it comes back around. Anyhow, let me go through and let me share the link in case somebody wants to come up. I have planned on doing a little bit of singing today, but my Bluetooth is out, so I may go through it, just pick a few things and do a thing where I am. Dadgummit, I got to get. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Let me go over and eliminate that. I hate that thing. I don't know why I do that. I hate that live reactions thing. For me, it just is a pain in the rear end. And so let me go over and get rid of that. All right. And go back to my channel, go to the live stream, and now I can downsize it. Before it wasn't wanting to do what I wanted it to do. Anyhow, now Otis is wanting in. Everything happens at once, don't it? Seems to. Anyhow, give me just a second. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves if there's anybody there to talk to. Anyhow. Come on. Oh, she broke the squeaky on me. That's just too sad. The squeaky on her toy is messed up. Maybe this one. Let me see if I can get her in with this. She's probably out back. That's where the goats are. Come on, Nikki. Come on. How can you come in? Don't be playing on them goats. They're supposed to be asleep. There we go. All right. All the children's here. Hey, Bud Files. Good to see you. Hey, Redhead by Nature. Good to see you. I've been running yours too. I just don't have it as the background. Let me see if yeah, there it is. I don't know if it'll work if I move it over to a new thing and put it over there. But since you are here, I got yours running in the background. Oh, you can't see that. I'll have to fix that. Right now on yours, I'm on 16 of 116. You got some live or some long live streams. First one's 5 hours. Second one's right at 2. Then an hour and 2.33 and 4.5. And I'm on 15. Another 2.5, 4.5, almost 5, 4, 3, 4.5, 4. Long live streams anyhow. But I know you're pushing for your hours, so let me go through and fix this to where it's Hey, good to see you, Verna. You're welcome. And let's see. All right, let me get. I think I can fix to where instead of that one, I've got a different one. Let's see here. Image, video source, window capture, maybe. That may be it. And let's see here. There we go. That's where I'm running hers right now. Let me put me back up on top of it. And let me downsize that. Give me just a second to go. And I'm going to pause this other one just so that we don't have as much audio going on. It's just kind of hard to get it all to where you can't hear it. Hey, Big Matt. Good to see you, brother. I think I already said hey to Verna, but hey. Nikki, why are you getting a hold of everything? I think this was some seeds that got sent to me. Oh, it's empty. Yeah, you can play with it. Go ahead. Probably she gets it because I don't keep her for much. Hey, Nick Bolt, good to see you. Let's see here. Oh, let's see. There's your channel. 171 subscribers, 51 videos. And let's see, let's get his. I like to watch. That's cool. Been there since 2017. Cool. Let me put your link in there, and y'all please make sure you go check him out. Yeah, I know that's your channel, and I'm gonna make you a moderator too. Let me go back over here to. Oh, hang on. I get it in a second. Sometimes I'm just a little slow. There we go. And we'll put it on theater mode so everybody can see it nice and well. But she's a gamer. And I wish, let's see here. Yeah, I'm afraid that because this right here, that's on the video, so I can't enlarge it really any more than that. I don't think. No, I can't. Oh, maybe. It just kind of throws it off a little bit when I do that. Well, there we go. That's not bad. It's a little bit more of a background. So anyhow, tonight we may do some singing. If somebody wants to do some singing, you're welcome to come up. And we do believe in helping one another here. I know some channels thrive on conflict and drama. I'm not a big fan of drama. I'd rather help somebody if I could. That's probably why I went into law enforcement. I thought I could make a difference. I don't know if I can or if I am, but that's why I entered the profession. Anyhow, I'll tell you what we could do. We could do a practice run on something. Whoa, I almost dropped my Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire Cinnamon Spice. Tell you what we will do. Well, we can't do it on this one. What I will be doing, I think on Saturday, if anybody's interested, I know people got other folks that they watch, but on Saturday on my Belt Loop 29 channel, we're gonna have. I think what I'm gonna do is let people, if they want to, if they want to see me drinking, which I am on a diet, so it'll throw my diet off. But hey, I think I'm gonna arrange it where people can buy me a shot if they want to. I don't know. It's just something for fun. That way, if they want to see me inebriated, so be it. that reminds me, I'm off. Thursday, my last day off, or my last day to work, and then I get off Friday night, all Saturday, and all day Sunday. I'll be at QuailCon. Very cool, Verna. I forgot that was. I didn't know that. Well, it seems like I did know that was, this weekend. I'm gonna be, not this weekend, but next weekend I'm gonna be at Petals of the Past, which is anyhow. I might as well put this back. After all, ain't no way for anybody to buy me a shot right now, even if they wanted to. I don't have this channel. This channel is not monetized, and oh, that's so cool. Well, how do you like that? I ought to puff out my chest a little bit. I know one of the speakers. That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Brenda. That's awesome. For me, we're going to be going. Me and Tammy's going to be going down to Petals of the Past, and we're going to have. Yeah, I'm talking about Mama. I'm not taking you. I'm sorry. I think Otis is a little upset because we're going to be taking Nikki with us. And Otis doesn't travel well. Nikki seems to love riding, going for a ride. In fact, if I went out there right now, said, let's go for a RIDE, she'd be out there hopping in the seat, the front seat of my truck. And amazes me she can do that. She's just a little thing. But she's sweet as all get out, though. Anyhow, I know you protesting. You've made yourself known. It's okay. You'll be okay. It ain't going to be for a day or two. And we'll make sure you got plenty of food. And either that, or we'll have Erica come out and feed you. How about that? Make sure you get let out. No. Hey, Molly, Pest Hunter's Best Catch. By the way, did your husband, Pest Hunters Outdoors, did he ever get a associate, whatever they call it, with that folks that do those, air guns? Because I was going to buy one of those if he got in with the, well, I'm sorry. I still like to get one. I think I'll wait a little bit. The fact is, there's some pets around here I'd like to get rid of. I forgot to bring me anything to drink over here, and that ain't something to drink. Hang on one second. I've been working on dropping some weight, or doing a low carb thing, which drops weight and it goes through. I feel better. In fact, I've only been doing it a short while, like a week, and I've pretty much already dropped about 8 pounds, I reckon. And but I've also switched over to doing some of these Powerades and G0s. So it's kind of nice to. This is pretty tasty. I like this. It's called Fruit Punch. Anyhow. If somebody'd like to come up and chit chat, we can chit chat. Otherwise, I'll just go ahead and unplug this, and I'll do some singing. I probably ought to look up the words because, well, Lord knows, Lord knows I'm not exactly good at singing. But it's a good thing I saw that no up there beforehand, so that I can't play the music because that might get me a copyright thing. Although on this one, it's not even monetized still. Let me go through and put it. I can sing along with it, though. This is going to be Wasted on You. This is wait a minute. This is going to be a cover of Morgan Wallen, but it's going to be a cappella. So, although I don't know the words to this, so maybe I should look them up. That'd probably be a better idea. Um, there we go. All right. Let me move that tab out from the window so I can see the lyrics at the same time. There we go. And I'll play it on here, read the lyrics on there, and I'll try to keep tone. I'll try to keep in tune. It's kind of a tough song. Always wake up in the morning, pour myself a strong one. All but when I get lonely, I do. And it gets burning, lean back on the bourbon. Sure as hell can't keep leaning on you. Looks like I'm learning the hard way again. It's all my fault. Yeah, I dropped the ball. You're gone and I'm gone, 3 sheets to the wind. Thinking about all I've wasted on you. All of this time and all of this money. All of these stories I don't owe you, honey. All of these miles on a Chevy and a pre-body wasted on you. On you. I swore this one would be different. My heart wouldn't listen to my head and my boots on my feet. Looks like I'm learning the hard way again. I've been wasted on you. All of this time and all of this money. All of these sorries I don't owe you, honey. All of these miles on the Chevy and prayers in a pew. All of them days I spent wasted on you. Wasted on you. Oh, just be quiet. Everybody's a critic. This pile of stuff that's been packed in the back, right down to the flame of this match. Wasted on you. Wasted on you. No, that's a little too early. Wasted on you. Wasted on you several times. Hey, George, good to see you. Oh, I ain't. All of these sorries I don't owe you, honey. All of these miles on this Chevy and prayers in a pew. All them days I spent wasted. You, my voice is cracking for some reason. It figures. You wasted on you. Okay. Yeah, I know. It's not, I'm not exactly a singer. That's okay. What is the next one we gonna say? Hey, if nobody's coming up, I ain't got nothing else to do. I can't, well, that's true, but the dog is already blaming me. So, uh, all right, let's see. And now I know if I was going to do a song, you think I'd have somebody that's closer to my range. But I like his music, and his voice and my voice ain't anywhere close to being the same. Last night we let the liquor talk. Can't remember everything we said, but we said it all. You told me that you wish I had somebody you never met. Hey, baby, something soon. Hey, I guess I can stop now.
Yeah, we thought somebody should stop you.
Thank you, Molly. I appreciate that.
Anytime.
You doing all right?
Yeah.
Very cool. By the way, I know I've said it before, and I'll say it again quite a few times. I love your decal, your icon, your That's just cool.
Thank you.
The flag with the, and I know you designed that. The that's just really neat. I like that, and I love Texas too.
Yeah, me
So,
too.
I
God
like
bless
it too.
Texas.
Same
Yeah.
here, Gary.
Hey, how's it going, Jason?
Pretty good. No, I haven't been able to get a like a little sponsorship through them yet.
Okay.
They are
When you
sponsoring a lot of people though.
Well, when you do, you let me know because I'm gonna get one of those. If nothing else, just for shooting critters around here. Otis,
Right.
everybody's a critic. Otis, I can't. Hey, my singing ain't no better. Ain't no worse than yours.
Oh no, mine's worse. Trust me.
Well, I'm talking about Otis.
Oh,
Otis can't even enunciate the words properly. So no, I can't blame the dog. I get that, but I don't know how long I'm gonna be live tonight. I'm getting to the point though, Jason, where I am. I've been. Hey, everybody's a critic. I get it. Come here, sweetheart. I got kind of burnt out on YouTube,
yeah.
and funny, and so I hadn't been on much lately, and for at least a month. I come on occasionally. I'll hop on, when I'm at home, I'll hop on live, which kind of reminds me, somebody tried to say at work that I was on a live stream. I guess Sunday, but I wasn't on no live stream. Now I was talking with Eddie for a little while, and Eddie was on Eddie was on a live stream, but it don't matter where you go. People are gonna make something out of nothing.
Oh yeah.
So, but Nikki is just so sweet, and I'm looking forward to taking her with me to Pedals of the Past. I offered to go pick up Devil Dog,
Yeah.
take him with me, but he don't want to go. Just for a day anyhow. He said it might be different if he was going. I told him he'd come hang out with me, with me for a couple of days. But Jamie won't go. Looks like they're going to be getting the stuff to do T-shirts and
That's kind of cool.
mugs, that type of stuff. Should be fairly soon, this next month.
That'd be awesome fun.
Hey George, how's it going, brother? I can't see you though. When I say, oh, there you are. Wave for me, George. George, if you don't mind, wave for me. George, please wave. I can't tell if that's just a recording, or if it's actual George. I know George has been in the, after all his sense of humor. Tell you what, I'll put an overlay on. I'll hear his voice. I'll know it, when I hear it. So, let's see. You wave, George? Okay, hang on. This is funny because this is the one you hadn't seen in a while. How you doing, George? Yeah, that's George.
This is George.
Hey, George.
Hi, George.
Been a while since I've seen you. You too, George. You doing all right?
Yeah? Been too long.
Yeah, it has.
Ooh, sounds like a kid right there's not a very happy camper.
What's funny? He won't make it sound hardly unless I'm live streaming. If I'm live streaming, he can't help it.
I don't know much even going on down here. We had the storm hit here, God, about 9 days ago, I think it was. Let me check my my day plan.
Otis, be quiet. There's other people talking. You got to be conscientious of that. Now, did that storm that's going into Florida hit y'all? Or is that a different storm?
Yeah.
Maybe he just wants me to pick him up.
Yeah. It was Saturday, Sunday. Sunday, Monday, we had really bad winds
Mm-hmm.
down here in Yuma.
Well, that's not the same one.
I mean, it was just really bad.
Yeah,
I don't know if
Well-
you can hear me or not. Let me check this thing. See.
I can. I can hear you all right.
It pops in and out.
But Otis is probably just wanting me to give him a TREAT. He can't spell, so I ain't got to worry about it.
Well, that's Otis there, right?
Yeah, this is Otis. My other puppy dog is Nikki or Nicole. And Otis doesn't travel well. He starts shaking, and it's pretty much shaking for a long time if I try to take him riding with me. But Nikki loves it.
Oh, this dang thing.
And to
Yeah.
be fair, we didn't take him riding a whole lot when it was him and Lulabelle. Lulabelle, I think, didn't care much for the riding either. But
These headphones of mine are just feel like they're just crushing my dipper.
let's see.
Hmm.
I want to make sure I don't miss any. Yeah, he does. Otis loves the camera. Lucy can spell. I'm sorry. She can also tell time. That's pretty cool. It's funny, because when I get home, Tammy goes to bed. When I talked with her tonight about 7:30, and she was already in bed. And then she was already in bed, and she had Nikki with her. And so Nikki stayed in bed from 7:30 until I got home, just a little bit before midnight. And so and Tammy said she'd like to ran over her trying to get to trying to get over there where I was at. Because she knows I always go and pick him up or pick her up to come out here with me. Yeah, Otis is just, he's,
to chat.
say again, George.
I'm going to go back to that, so I'll see you there.
Okay. All right. Thanks for coming up on the panel, George. I appreciate it. The Otis is what are you getting into over there? Maybe I should have looked. Hey, don't worry about her. You're right here. I think he's got a little jealous of her.
They tend to do that.
And that may be why. All right, tell you what, I'm gonna put you right here next to me since she's way over there. That way you'll have the spot right next to Daddy. And well, my singing didn't last long tonight, and that's all right. That's probably a good thing.
So what kind of vermin problem are you having?
Well, I'm having some rats. I think they're coming in from the barn out back, and so I've been putting out some traps and catching some that way. You know, Tammy don't want to use like decon, that type of thing, and she don't like me, you know, really talking about it anyhow. But I'm working on it. Hey Simon, good to see you. You know, I've got yours and Redhead by Nature's live streams going right now. Redhead by Nature was there a minute ago, and now I got yours running. Oh, wait a minute. Let me. I got yours right there. I had to pause it while I was doing that other thing, but you know, I'm up to number 24 of 72. Those are long. Oh, let me put my the spinners from my monetized channel, so I'll wait on that. My pleasure, and we just chilling tonight. But I'm also hope you don't mind me using it as I've heard about that moon over Miami, and I've been looking into getting one of those things. The lives. Well, they are, and that's okay because I mean, when you get on there and you're having fun, that's why I get on here to do it. And the long lives do give me a opportunity to go through and when people play the playlist, then it gives you a considerable watch hours. Record of thread and fence. Let's see, mine. Outside Shacks, according if someone calls and says they will be here within 11:30 at 10:45, she'll start checking the door. That's funny. That is funny. But it's, Otis, well, at least he ain't hollered. That's a good thing. Well, he's at least not, speaking his mind.
Right.
So he does that. And Jason, where are y'all at, Molly?
Jasper, Texas.
Okay. I knew you were in Texas. It was kind of obvious from the, from
my sticker.
Yeah. I mean, although, I don't see that, of course, it may be, I just can't make it out. Don't you have like some writing on there too?
Not on this one. On my sticker, I do. At the top, it says "For the love of Texas," and then at the bottom, it says "Molly Pest Hunter's Best Catch."
There we go. Son found one line and played it on his computer through his speaker, and it drives the rest. That's not a bad idea. Just don't like me very. I understand, George. I've been having problems with my phone trying to stream from it. And I don't know why it just don't want to do it. I can't get the audio to match up on it. And I don't know why it won't do it. But, that's probably a good idea to see if I can't find a tone but I also heard that, that high pitch can also mess with your dogs too, I think.
Yeah.
And so I'm a little hesitant to try it. I guess I could try it for a little bit. And, thanks, Cole. Good to see you, brother. Always a pleasure to see Cole Walls. How you been doing over there, brother? Now, have y'all been getting this? Is Jasper close to Dayton and Houston?
We are northeast of there.
Okay.
As the crow flies, actually,
right.
Let's see. I'm trying to think about. We're about 3 hours from Houston.
Okay.
To downtown Houston.
Okay. I know it takes Eddie about an hour to get downtown Houston.
Yeah.
I am going to try that with that high. That I don't. I've actually got a sound bar. I just got to figure out how to hook it up to my sound system. I've never been able to get it to work properly on my big screen on my television. But I think I could put it in here underneath this monitor. And for that matter, I'm thinking about moving things around over here, rearranging. You ever seen some of those programs where they have an actual set rather than using like the backdrops, the OBS and what have you?
Right.
I'm thinking about setting up this area back over just back behind me, and taking my desk and moving it like this, and then rearranging some things. I've got
Decorate.
a little redecorating. I've got a bookshelf over there full of books that I ain't read in forever. Some of them I ain't never read, but they classics. So at least people think, well, man, he got good taste.
Or he's educated.
Well, they may think that too, even though I ain't read them. But they are, I mean, I got stuff from authors. It's funny, education and what some people get out of it is different than what other people get out of it. When, I could tell people things that I learned in school back in fact, in 8th grade, I did a science report that discussed the digestive system. And I'm telling you right now that my report was the best report in class. There was no question. I mean, if any person with any common sense could have listened to, every one of those reports and would have realized that I mean, I went through how mastication is chewing the food. It turns, and enzymes the digestion starts actually in the mouth. It forms a bolus, and then is esophageal muscles push it down into the stomach where, anyhow, I did all this stuff. I worked hard on the report. And yet the teacher gave me like a C. First question was, did your daddy help you on that? I said, well, he told me to look in the, Encyclopedia Britannica. So I guess in a way he helped because he told me where to find what I was looking for. And I got all of it out of it. It's not hard. You read, you write it down, you present it. But it was needed to watch his Osmosis Jones. I'm afraid I've never seen it, although I've been thinking about watching it.
You have to. It's cool.
Okay. Well, I've noticed it is on. I think it's available on YouTube or it's available on Max. I don't know which one. I've seen it recently and thought about watching it. But anyhow, it was the best report in there, and I got like a C+. And I went to her and I took, back up to the lady and I said, how is this possible? I know you gave so-and-so an A and her report sucked, And she finally moved it up to a B+, but that wasn't the point. The fact is, it was better than every report in there. I did it myself. She could have quizzed me on anything on there and I could have answered it for her. Mm-hmm. But teachers get their expectations, and not that. Hey, my mama was a teacher. My sister's a teacher. But some people in education, and some people that are being educated, don't. I don't know. What I pick up in school and what other people pick up in school, I'm sure, are two different things.
Right.
Does he? I'll have to watch that. Should be interesting. I don't know. I'm rambling. I get on a soapbox every now and again. Don't mean to. Just, I guess I'm passionate about some things. Fact is, I never cared about grades till my senior year in high school. And the only reason why I cared about them then is they told me I'd get out of school 6 weeks early if I had a B average in all my classes. In every class I had a B average, I'd be able to get out of that class 6 weeks early.
Yeah, I got mine too.
Well, it didn't seem important to me. What does it matter? The fact is, a lot of people look at education, and I don't know. People gonna say Gary said education wasn't important. That ain't what I'm saying. The different people have a need for it, and some people going to school just to be going ain't gonna do them no good, but put them in debt.
Right.
So anyhow, I don't know. I'm rambling again.
No,
Sorry.
Yeah, no. My thing was remember when you're in school and it said teacher says one day you're going to be using this kind of math.
Yeah.
Everybody goes, oh no, I'll never use that. Well, I'm going to say BS on that.
Because he used it.
I had to use it.
Well, I can tell you something that I learned in, I don't know, 8th, 9th, maybe 10th grade. The Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And I can see, actually, I can tell you an instance where that's actually useful. Hey, Devil Dog, good to see you, brother.
What's up, Devil Dog?
If you're trying to make sure that a deck that you're building is at a right angle, then the Pythagorean theorem can be used to do that. It can also be used to help you calculate the area of a roof so that you'll know how much material to buy. Stupid as heck. Had book knowledge, no common sense. That's true, Vernon. Hey, we didn't mention any numbers. I just mentioned the Pythagorean theorem. So that ain't numbers. It's dealing with numbers, but it's not an actual number, Devil Dog. He is so particular about numbers. That just don't make any sense to me.
Well, math was much easier before they added the ABCs.
That's true. But it's all just about concepts. And to be fair, my memory ain't near as good as it used to be. When I was young, I could. The fact is, in school, I don't know why I cared about grades, but at least the second time I cared about grades. The first time I went back in 84, 85. I didn't care a whole lot about grades. For that matter, again, I'm getting on my soapbox. I'm gonna shut up. Ain't nobody want to hear about what happened in 1984, 85. That's been almost 40 years ago.
Yeah, the fall of the Berlin Wall.
I couldn't tell you when the Berlin Wall fell.
84, 85.
Was it?
Yep, my senior year of high school.
Very cool. Well, for me, I spent all my time chasing women back then, and I was up too late to wake up for an 8 o'clock class that I signed up for. That was the only F I remember ever getting. It's because I didn't drop the class. If I'd have dropped that class, it would have made the difference between me graduate when I did graduate, but it would have moved me up from a 3.5 GPA to a 3.8 GPA. One class. can make that much difference.
Yep.
It does.
But hey, in my family, you pretty much had to graduate with a 3.5. I think they'd have disowned me if I hadn't. Hey, I'm proud of my family. They're good people, and they've done really well. When we grew up, we grew up dirt poor, and my parents had 3 kids, bam, 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 right out the gate, and so you can imagine as a young couple, having 3 mouths to feed. Didn't really have any education other than high school. Both of them had been in the military. That's where they met, in the Army. And, we spent quite a few years, I'm sure, on welfare. I mean, we didn't see a lot of it, but every time you took that little ticket up there to the cafeteria lunch line, and
For the free lunches.
that's right. So, and then you kind of know, sorry, I'm not at the back, I'm walking over here. I can still hear you and everything, but I got to get me a can. Anyhow, I mean, and my parents actually sent us to Mississippi during the summer because I think to this day it's primarily because they couldn't afford to feed us while we were off for the summer. But now, I guess everybody's got their own way of responding to things. Myself, I've just come to the realization I ain't never meant to have anything, and I'm not a very materialistic person anyhow. Fact is, I bought a bow and arrow when I was just a kid. It got stolen. In fact, I think my brother had a hand in stealing it. But I did. That's okay. I think he had somebody come over and steal it. But anyhow, my brothers weren't always nice to me when I was a kid. And that's okay. I still love them. We grown ups now. Ain't no sense in holding a grudge. But they're doing real well. I'm doing as well as I ever have. Financially, I guess you could say. I'm making more money now than I ever have. That's a good thing.
It is.
Well, sometimes I miss the nice paychecks.
Sometimes you miss what?
My nice paychecks.
Or mine.
Yeah.
But I was never home.
What were you doing then, Molly?
Driving a tour bus. Sometimes
be
I'd be gone for 21 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the coolest place you ever went to, Molly?
So many of them.
God, there's so many of them. I couldn't tell you.
That would be fun.
I associate the places with the people that were with me.
I bet you had some good groups and probably some you didn't care for.
There's only one person I didn't care for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like there's an interesting story behind that.
Well, it's pretty bad when the bus driver puts the tour book guide off the bus.
Oh, wow.
I kicked him off in Vegas. The next day, he was really nice to me.
That's hilarious. Was he just obnoxious or?
This is a family channel.
Hey, it's late night, but it's, we try to stay family friendly, but
Yeah.
occasionally, you have occasionally you have a family not so friendly word here or there every now and again. Oh, was he just an ass or?
Oh, complete. Trying to make me do things that are not legal.
Hmm. That reminds me, I saw a thing today that was talking about life hacks. Several of them were illegal.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that there's an article out there telling people to do illegal things. I got to think that people got better sense than that. They were telling you to go through and go to I remember one of them was telling you to go to the butcher and have them said that they used to go to the butcher when they had a party and they get the butcher to wrap up so much meat in a thing. And then they go to another area where they could get, I guess it was a self-serve like oats or something, and weigh out so many oats and have it, hit the thing and let it print out a sticker and put that over the price tag of the thing. That's illegal.
Yeah.
Well, that's just wrong.
I know. And now some of the things they were saying, while maybe deceptive, I don't know. I don't know what the moral implication of if you go through and one of the hacks that it suggested, I don't know if it'd work or not, but anytime you set up this Pedals of the Past thing, we've got a reservation for the hotel that everybody's staying in.
Yeah.
And they say that every time you make a reservation to go through and list it as Dr. So-and-so. That way they'll probably give you a better room and not too close to the elevators. Hey, I wouldn't mind being close to the elevators. It means quicker to get to where you're going. But they say they're more likely to give you I can't believe I read that whole article, and I guess that they got what they wanted. I just couldn't believe all the stuff they were saying.
Right.
That's nuts. But it goes to show you, I guess, what, some people got no conscience. That almost everything on there would have bothered me. And there's no way I could do that stuff. But I don't know. Jason, what was your occupation?
I retired from a municipality.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I
I just got burnt out.
understand.
I mean, it's bad burnt out.
How long did you work there?
Almost 20 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
I'm about to hit my 9th anniversary where I'm at.
Oh, that's
And they've got a really good retirement plan. They take the average of your high four. He was a doctor. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's now, is your retirement with the state or?
It is with the state.
Okay. All right. So same thing I got, like the Arizona State retirement system.
Yeah, they got this thing called the PERS system.
Yeah. They take your, for us, it was our highest 3 years out of the 10.
Yeah. With us, it's a high average of your high four. And then I'm going to have to retire on age as opposed to retiring on years, because there's no way I can get the 30 years required.
Yeah.
I'd have to work to right at 80 years old. Or 79 to get 30 years in, and I can't do that. Probably won't live that long. Well, I got no doubt I ain't gonna live that long. But see, I am a lieutenant where I work, so I am in a supervisor position, and
Oh yeah, that's sweet.
Well, it is in a lot of ways. But just, I've been there, like I said, 9 years. I have considered going to work for somewhere else. I think there's a lot more freedom at most municipality police departments.
Yeah.
And so, you go in, you check in, then you do what you want when you want. I say that with the understanding you do have responsibilities and things that you do. But monitoring traffic and sometimes you have to give tickets or whatever else, whatever it is you do, depending upon the size of the community you work for. And I think that would be exciting to do. The trouble is, we just got a huge raise last year, starting the beginning of July. And so now I'm kind of getting to where I got, for a couple of years, I was having to work 6 days a week for one reason or another. And then I kind of got fed up with having to do it. And so they've put me at, for probably 8-10 months now, I've been able to work only 5 days a week. But I'm starting to think, well, maybe I ought to work 6 days a week. Fact is, it'll increase my, hey, Alexander, good to see you, Dark Lord.
It will increase the
Social Security
your
benefit.
tenure.
Well, I think it would increase my Social Security, and it would increase my retirement because the average of the high four. And so I think after this Pedals in the Past, I'm gonna ask them to start scheduling me, not in September, but maybe in October, start having me work 6 days a week again.
I would talk to Tammy about that.
Do what now?
Ask the wife about that.
I've had a couple discussions with her about it. For a long time, since 2017, for a while I had off Saturday or Sunday and Monday, but then a fella got promoted to sergeant, and he's a preacher, and they asked me if I would switch with him so he could preach on Sundays, so that he would be able to go on working 3 days a week. That would be nice. So they asked me if I would switch and have Friday and Saturdays. Well, the truth is, Sundays and Mondays, I didn't get to see Tammy a whole lot, and truthfully, when I was working 6 hours a day, I didn't get to see Tammy a whole lot because she works 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, and I was working Sunday through Friday from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till getting home just a little bit before midnight. So she was gone when I get up. She's in bed when I get home. She's in bed now. But now I guess I kind of get to see her a little while once she gets off of work on Fridays, and I get to see her until she goes to bed. And sometimes she stays up a little later on Fridays. So, and then, and I'd get to spend Saturday with her, and I do try to spend time with my wife on Saturday, especially considering I don't get to see her through the week. But she also understands that we're getting up in age, and I'm not going to have, because of the fact that I hadn't been able to put in 30 years and get a full retirement, my retirement income is going to be limited. And so she understands that it'll make a 30% difference. It'll increase my pay 30%. I'm not really that concerned about the increase in pay while I'm doing it. It's just something that'll happen, but it does increase my retirement from somewhere in the neighborhood $400 or $500 a month.
Yeah.
So from what I've figured. So it seems to me if I can work 3 or 4 years at if I work 3 or 4 years at
6 days a week.
6 days a week for about 4 years, then that would give me a lot more
Leeway.
flexibility, freedom when I do retire. And
Yeah, you're a busybody. You're gonna have to go find another job just to stay busy.
that's another thing. Because even if I went after when I leave there, I
Yeah.
can still go to another police department like here in my hometown, Florence. And they hire pretty often. And so that's true. I mean, I've worked all throughout the Kofifi thing. It was kind of interesting to see the roads as clear as they were back in 2020. Everybody was staying home. Of course, there's been a slew of problems that happened as a result of it, and namely the inflation and people not wanting to work, and I wasn't happy about it. A lot of the results, but it is what it is. And but now I'm having to look at retirement, and I figure I can do 4 years, and then the problem that you run into is let's say I worked to 62. Who wants to hire a 62-year-old, police officer, especially when all my law enforcement has been on a hospital campus? So,
Well, like I said, where I work at now, we hire a lot of the older military and police officers. Like I said, I'm the only public works where I'm at.
oh, okay,
So
well, that's cool.
I work for the big blue box store.
Okay.
So, if you got skills and tools or garden or places like
Plumbing.
that, you just apply for it.
Cool.
I've got a friend that works for the big blue box store. I used to work for the big orange box store,
Yeah.
and they did pay me really well, but I was in specialty sales. I also designed kitchens for a while with them, sold appliances, millworks, flooring. I worked in every one of their specialty sales areas.
That's what my daughter does now.
Oh, cool.
She does cabinets.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody
Well,
else wanted it, so I looked at her and said, "You see a need, fill a need."
Yeah.
She's making more than me, and she's making more than the regular specialist.
She makes more than her supervisor.
Yeah.
I was making more than my supervisor too, I'm sure. Fact is, when you go through and you're willing to take on something like that, to be fair, I mean the reason for it, you have, I sold one kitchen. I sold the most expensive kitchen I sold was a $40,000 kitchen, and so when you start talking about some of the prices that go into some of that specialty stuff,
Oh yeah.
some people are afraid to ask for the order. I certainly wasn't, but it also helps to have some sales skills, and most of my life's been in sales. So anyhow, it's
It was a culture shock for me going from my industry that I was in, doing just a complete flip flop. Hold on a moment.
You okay, Molly?
Yeah, she's doing okay. Yeah, like I said, when I was working for the city, I was the pest control technician.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the greatest job in the world. I did my own scheduling. I pretty much my boss just let me just go and do my thing.
Mm-hmm.
We have our morning meetings, and the morning meeting was the last thing he said, because I was the last one, to get the orders, he'd look at me and go kill something.
That's funny.
Oh yeah, we just all just laugh.
The there are some differences, and I think I'd like to work with the Florence police department. Trouble is, if I did that, I would end up giving up rank. There's no way I'd make anywhere close to the money I'm making now, which the money's not the primary factor of it, but it is a factor as far as looking at things from a logical standpoint. I don't want to do things that just seem stupid,
Now I got a question for you. Now with the state of Arizona, when you have I think there was only 2 cities in the entire state that did not put into the ASRS. If I left one city to go to work for another, you would still have to put into the ASRS. So you just couldn't collect from the state and work for a different municipality, unless it was one of those 2. Are you in the same boat there?
Well, if I left the state and went and worked for a community, I'm not sure what an AFRS is.
Arizona State Retirement System.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. With us, it's PERS. But yes, the community is also on the PERS retirement system. So, I've got a couple of options there. One, I could either, I could go to Florence PD and take a extreme cut and pay, probably half. I'd probably make half of or less than half of what I'm making. Or, I could go there and it would add on years onto my PERS. So that would, because the way they figure it, you get like 2% per year when you retire on age.
Yeah.
And so it would be, it would continue to add time onto my thing, but I could end up, working there if I like it, 7, 8 years, something like that. And by the time I did that, I'd be 70 years old. So that ain't gonna give me much time to, it's like a waste. I need to at some point, or I could go to some place like Baptist Hospital or St. Dominic Hospital. I'm sure they've got really good. They've got insurance if nothing else. Insurance is going to be a big cost too. If I retire, before I get too old, and so that's another consideration. Hey, good to see you, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Go, Screeny.
Yeah, we just couldn't work for another municipality, collect that retirement, and still get
A paycheck.
and put it in at the ASRS at the same time. So,
What's up, Jack? Well, if I went from state to working over at one of the other hospitals, then I would be receiving a check from the retirement and a check from where I was working.
yeah,
But if I went from say the state to working for Florence PD, then I would not be collecting the check from retirement.
yeah.
Right.
But that doesn't mean you can't cross the state line.
Well,
same thing.
That may be, but I'm still in. If I went to another police department in another state, I'd probably have to go back through the academy, and I'd probably have to. I'd have to drive or move, and I'm smack dab in the middle of Mississippi. It'd take me about.
Story.
Oh, that's all right. It's it's just doesn't seem like a good option. Now, my daddy did work. He worked at least an hour away from where he lived, which I thought that was I've always looked up to my daddy, and he worked until he was 72 years old. I don't want to do that though.
No.
So, of course, my daddy is still around. He's 81 years old. So he's been retired for 9 years. Hey, Jack.
Hello.
Hey, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
Hello.
Jack, this is Molly and Jason. Molly is Pest Hunter's Best Catch, and then Jason is Pest Hunter Outdoor. Is it Pest Hunter Outdoors?
Pest Hunter Outdoors.
Yeah, I thought so.
I know Jack.
Okay, I didn't know if you did or not.
I don't know Jack.
Yeah, I'm about 3 hours from most anywhere. That's about right, Granny. Granny, you welcome to come up. I ain't talked to you in a while. Of course, Granny probably say, "Oh, it's late. I'm not, not what's the word she uses? Presentable, I think." But she's always, every time I see her, she's she got a great personality and got the gift of gab too. So decent. All right, my bad. Making stupid people famous. I like that. Hang on a second. I got to go look at your channel. I like his picture there on his icon too. Joined in 21. Very cool. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make you a moderator. Make stupid people famous. I don't know what HHFTCD means though. HH. Hello, hi. I don't know.
There's an acronym I don't know.
It's a good question. Good question. I don't know it either. Can you kind of spell it out for me? I realize I might be one of those stupid people. I just ain't famous. It's 8 days a week. Research Eric Brandt. Okay. I'll have to go. Now I got to go look at Eric Brandt. All right. Denver man who pleaded guilty to retaliating against Colorado judges and sentenced to 12 years in prison. Activist pleaded guilty on 3 counts of retaliating against judge, 3 separate cases of Denver Jefferson. But it looks like he was awarded $65,000 in settlement related to the something. Well, I will tell you this. There's a lot of people that have some preconceptions about me because I'm, that's just Catharis forced under it. Okay. I am of the opinion, I am not your typical police officer. I am a police officer. But I think like a lot of people. Never had. I was 49 years old before I went to work for the police department. And I did it because I thought I could help folks.
I need to medicate.
But
You may need some of that Jack Daniels. I actually, my beliefs don't necessarily coincide with everybody's. I know that there's good people and bad people, in every walk of life. I know that there are some people that have been innocent that have spent time in jail. I know that there's some innocent people that have gone free, and I know that they're good, a lot of good officers, and I know there's some bad ones too. I've seen video of them, and so I tend to judge an individual by their words and actions, and that's just the way I think of things. That's just the way I believe. Doesn't make me popular. The fact is, as a police officer, I'm not very popular anyhow. There's a lot of people don't like police.
It's because you force people to eat those hot peppers.
Hmm.
I've never forced anybody to eat a hot pepper. I offer them opportunities to eat hot peppers from time to time.
Mhm.
We do have fun with that.
That
In
ghost
fact,
pepper is hot.
yeah, ghost pepper is hot. It's the second hottest pepper I've ever eaten. Hottest being I have eaten the Carolina Reaper, and that was rough. That ghost pepper was rough, but
I would do a pepper, but my stomach is just wrecked right now.
I don't know if I'm gonna eat any more hot peppers. I kind of like them a little bit, some of them. Now those super hots, like I think if I added it to some food or something, it might tone it down just enough to where it's more enjoyable.
It's actually tolerable.
Yeah, I don't mind a little bit of burn, but that's a lot of burn.
That's too much burn.
I got the double burn.
It was at the top, or I thought it was. I don't know what happened to it.
I had
Let
to
me-
scroll and hunt for it.
I'm sorry. I thought I pinned it.
He didn't pin his link.
Oh,
I thought I pinned it. Let me go through and pin it, or try to pin it again. Maybe I accidentally unpinned it. Jack, did you have to look for it?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about that.
I just scrolled up in the chat,
Okay.
doing some hunting.
Like you're saying, Confederate here. No, I will. The Charlotte,
Hi, how are you?
it's great to see you.
Hi, Jack.
Hello.
Molly.
Hello.
and then
I'm going to put my avatar on because I got the COVID face.
There's two people at work that had the Kofifi.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. I
Hey.
forgot that was what you called it.
Oh, that's okay. It's no big deal at this point, I don't think.
Well, at this point, I just call it the plague.
no, that's in November.
That's not scheduled for a little bit there, Charlotte.
Okay.
I'm
recovering, but here I woke up this morning, thought I was all well and ready to get back at it, and Poppy popped up sick. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah, I am too. I hate it that he's going through it. But
Tired,
Oh yeah.
and I'm cold and uncomfortable, and I want to go to bed.
All right. You can do that here in a little bit.
so are you thinking about retiring, Gary?
You have very much.
Well, I'm approaching the retirement age.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's been on my mind, and I've been thinking, about how to do it, because after all, I know Social Security, you can start your retirement like at 62
Right.
and get like 70% of 70% at 62, and then if you go, in fact, I've been sitting here this whole time facing the wrong direction. Let me flip it around to where I'm facing, the chat. And anyhow, so I've been, I can retire where I'm at. I can retire at 60 years of age.
Right.
But I don't think that if I left there at 60, I'd still have to go through and find another job somewhere.
Right. Right.
And so,
Walmart.
Well,
Well,
and here's something to think about too. Would it pay you as much as what you're making now? Because, Social Security takes the last few years and factors that into what they're going to pay you the rest of your life.
right.
And you
The,
want to make as much as you can in those last few years.
Well, I guess I wasn't thinking about that.
Mm-hmm. And like you, I hopped in when you were talking about insurance costs, and that's probably going to be the biggest obstacle there because you can't get Medicare until you're 65.
Right. I've considered working until I was 65, but I considered leaving where I'm at around 62 or 63 and then go hop on with the Florence PD. But if I do that, that would, because my
your PERS.
With PERS. And, but that would drop my Social Security if they take the last couple of, years.
Yeah.
Well, they factor it into the big average, but you want to make as much as you can in the very end because you don't want to drop in income because that'll drop your overall benefit.
Average.
Right.
Well, maybe I ought to work to 65 and just stay where I'm at. If I do that, that's another 6 years from now. So,
Yeah.
I know it feels like a long time when you're tired.
Yeah. But, I don't know if I would work, 6 days a week for the entire 6 years, but I probably ought to do it for 3 or 4.
Yeah.
At least minimum of the last 2.
Yeah. That way, I need to make sure I pump up that final, the high 4 as best I can, put in as much time. When I started working out there, I was working 80 hours a week.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
And, but see, when your pay rate is so low, and the funny thing that tickles me from time to time, if I give it much thought, is that we did a questionnaire about our job title and what we're responsible for, what we do with our title. And that was apparently, that was in 2021, I think, or 2020.
Right.
And what they were trying to do is find out what the average pay for your title and your job title, what you do is.
Uh-huh.
And
I remember
so,
going through that.
do what now?
I remember doing that exact same thing.
Yeah. Well, what they did is they took that and they averaged it in the region, or, to see what other people were making that had the same job.
Right.
And so, and that was the reason why we got a huge pay raise.
Uh-huh.
But then, just to give you 2 perspectives, 2 different ways of thinking of things. Hey, just chilling. Well, thank you. I'll tell Redhead I said thank you. I'm playing her live stream and Simon's right now. We believe in having fun. We really do. Just chilling. Let me go check out your chat. LA, just chilling. Very cool. Been putting out stuff since 2020, December the 29th. Hey, I am a fan. I love that 29.
It's my birthday.
Today's your birthday?
No, the 29th.
That is awesome.
The 29th of December.
Yeah.
When that guy started his channel.
That is so cool.
That is.
I'm a big fan of 29. I don't know why I pay so much attention to numbers, but I do.
I don't neither.
It annoys the stew out of Devil Dog because, he hates numbers.
Yeah.
But if I go ahead.
I was going to tell you, Poppy worked for the police department down here for, about 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
And now this was before 2020.
Yeah.
And I think the entire time he was there, they did not give him one pay raise.
Well,
Not one.
Until that pay raise last year, I don't think I had one.
Right.
So,
And that's one of the reasons he left, because he just couldn't get ahead, you know?
yeah. Well, see, here's the funny thing about that. It really is. It's ridiculous because it's a question of two different perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
From my perspective, it means that we've been underpaid for a long time.
Oh, a real long time.
Right. All right.
I agree.
From their perspective, since they're being forced to pay us more money, now we ought to be doing more work. Even though the reason why we got the pay raise is because we were underpaid.
No.
So then they started coming up with all this other stuff we had to do. And it was the supervisors that, they were primarily that they were, having to do all this extra work.
Right.
And I guess it's because we got the biggest pay raises.
Huh.
Anyhow.
Well, you and I both know the state of Mississippi is not going to overpay anybody for anything.
No,
If they help it, they
nobody
ain't.
does.
I don't think anybody does, but I know, it never bothered me what we made.
Right.
The fact is, I've always been very parsimonious. I've been very cheap,
Mhm.
spendthrift. If I ain't got money, typically I don't buy it.
Right.
And even then, I live below my means as opposed to at my means or above my means.
Well, that's the way we are. We squeeze a nickel till the buffalo craps in our hand.
There we go. I like that way
I
of
never
putting it.
heard of that one.
Well, you have to nowadays, and it's good to be in the habit of doing that for when times get tough like they are right now.
Oh yeah.
Because if you're in practice, it's not quite so hard to tighten things up, But if you're not in practice, I've been watching a lot of TikTok videos where people are complaining about they can't get their nails done and they can't get their hair done. And I'm thinking, so what? So pay your rent, take care of your grocery bill, pay your light bill, take care of the things that need to be taken care of. That other stuff can wait.
I know.
Can I get
I
my
agree.
hair did?
You can do your own nails.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
Poppy does my toenails for me.
I will say this, that I don't begrudge anybody that makes a lot of money. I really don't.
Oh, no.
It's been from the people that I know that make good money that I'd say are well off.
Uh-huh.
All of them have worked for it. All of them, I'm not
And they
saying
earn it.
I'm not saying there aren't people out there that were just handed it.
Right.
Rich kids and what have you.
Right.
But even then, somebody along the line worked for it. Maybe, I don't know.
We can't worry about other people's circumstances. The only people we have to worry about is ourselves.
That's right.
When it comes to that.
That's exactly right.
And if you can help somebody else a little bit down the road, then do that. But if you can't, then you take care of yourself and your family.
That's right.
And I ain't trying to be preachy. I'm sorry.
No, I've been preachy all night for some reason. I don't know why. They worked for it, and the ones that didn't, and the ones that didn't are screwed when when it hits the fan. I hear you.
Right.
I just, I try to go through and just take care of myself. A lot of people like to. I don't understand why somebody's always so busybodied about other people.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
You gotta just worry about. Was it only your side of the street?
Yeah. Worry about, it's one of the reasons why I'm so proud of my family. My parents and my family was so poor when we were young. And as time went on, my father got more education. He got better paying jobs. He got, my brothers have done really well. My sister's done really well. I'm more or less the black sheep of the family. The money's never really mattered that much to me as long as I lived and my bills were paid.
Right.
So, but my brothers have done really well, and my parents have done really well through education and effort. And so,
How is your mama, Belt Luke?
she's doing okay. She's got to where I think she's 80 years old, and she's still she's got some osteoporosis issues, and
Mm-hmm.
the last time she went through getting chemo for cancer and everything, and it appears that that's gone. So from that perspective, it's a good thing. My mama has a tendency, though. She's always getting up and moving and doing stuff. She'll try to move furniture, and
For the love of
she wears herself out. And so she's these days she has back pain, and she wears this like a safety belt type thing, and she's still doing well. Both my
She
parents
just don't want to quit, does she?
No, she doesn't. Other family, I did not follow their ways when it comes to booze, drugs, sex. I was the one who stayed the longest. Well, I think my brothers and my family is more of a upright, hey, I still believe a lot of the things that they do, but I guess I've been, I had a very hedonistic youth.
Young life.
Yeah, young life.
Yeah.
And I guess she kicks every now and again, although I can't remember her kicking anything. But she's still around. We went to eat with Mom and Daddy. I think it was Saturday.
Yeah.
We were going to do something Friday, but a big storm come up here, and so we postponed it to Saturday.
Do you know, Gary, tonight we have had the first rain that we've had in significant rain that we've had in about 5 weeks. It has been god awful hot, no rain in sight. And tonight we had a thunderstorm, and it was the prettiest thing I've seen all summer.
Yeah, that's about what we went through. We finally got rain on Sunday night. We finally got measurable rain since May 5th.
No kidding.
And I'm in deep southeast Texas, where we get like 52 inches a year.
Yep. I'm in Mississippi on the Gulf Coast. So we ain't too far from each other, probably about 6 hours.
We get a lot more rain than we get.
Well, we normally do.
Yeah.
Normally.
Well, it's been really dry out here, but we did get a bunch of thunderstorm on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just poured. And in fact, I had to take one of my peppers out of we've got them sitting in tubs so that when we do water them, they're in containers, and even those are set in tubs so that when, it can absorb the water from down below from capillary action, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to take one of the pepper plants out of the tub because the water was so high there.
Oh, my.
And so the storm woke you up at 5 a.m., Vernon? Oh, wow. But I
tell you what, I sure feel for them people in Florida. I'm glad it's.
Well, we know several of them. So
we do, don't we?
Yeah. I know that DJ's down there, and so is.
I think DJ's going to be all right for this one. But ain't Des in Tallahassee?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, that's going to be ugly.
In fact, DJ, I think, was supposed to have his live tonight. I think he would cancel it, maybe.
Oh, did he?
I think he did. That's what Devil Dog was saying when I was talking to him earlier. He thought DJ was going to cancel it.
Huh.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Giselle. We do. this is just what we do a lot of the time. Sit around and talk. And last live stream, I guess on Saturday, we had a who had the best looking legs.
No twerking.
Well, I don't think that I won. I think some people seem to think Devil Dog had the best looking legs. Although, I think they were biased. Personally, I think mine were prettier than Devil Dog's. But
Now he ain't never gonna let you forget that, is he?
they probably won't. No, he's not allowed to twerk. We have done some twerking too. So I ain't gonna lie
I
to
might get
you.
my back up.
In fact, I've got a highlights. I think it's on this channel. I've got two channels. I kind of get them mixed up from time to time. I've got Belt Loop 29 and I've got YouTube Police. And I can't always keep track. You cannot unsee it. Hey, but that's a good video. In fact, I think just for the sake of argument, I'm gonna play the highlights video. Yeah.
Go for it.
Let's see. I kind of like this video. Here we go. Let me share the screen. Not much of it's twerking, so you ain't got to worry about that. Let's see. We'll share the entire screen. We'll share the audio. We'll pick that screen, and let me bring it up. All right, and I will. Let me go through in theater mode so y'all can see it, or maybe full screen. I'm okay with full screen. I can't hear it. Oh, I know why. I don't have the volume turned up.
Yeah, that could be an issue.
Well, I turned when I play all these other live playlists, I turned the volume down to where it's just barely, like at 1 or 2, something like this,
Yeah.
so that I can still talk and listen to other things going on. And then, and when I open up a new tab or something or change something, it's set at, that really low volume.
Yeah.
And so, anyhow, I had fun that night. I have fun most every night when I'm on here. And but this is the Need a Good Laugh twerk contest highlights.
Oh, just breathe in, 'cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Don't pull right down the side. PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide. Follow lights.
It's a few minutes long, but
it's
supposed to be twerking, not me. But I'm gonna twerk. Watch.
Flashing red lights, driving at night, windowless rider, feeling
That's a good music.
alive. Nothing in sight, rapper in flight, follow those lines, we'll make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memory night. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight.
After hours party after all. It's late night. Late night. That's what I'm talking about.
So,
I'm gonna get up here and twerk. Nobody else gonna twerk. I'm gonna spend me my own money. Woo. Edward. By the way, I'm thinking next month we may hold this very same contest, and instead of $20, I make it $100. I don't know if I ever did that. Oh! I couldn't ever find anybody else to twerk. And then once you bent over, you shake your butt. Supposed to make it bounce. One more time. I tell you what, you have enough shots, you were willing to twerk. Hang on, one more shot. Although after one more shot, I don't know if I can do it.
good
I'll
news.
have fun, obviously.
We gonna twerk. I'm gonna twerk. You can just see that. All right, I'm getting up to it. One more shot though, bud. You gotta give me one more. You ain't gotta say me. All right, one more shot. Woo! Time for some twerking, people. We're about to twerk. We're gonna twerk our buns off.
Yeah, I told you there wasn't too much twerking on there.
You gotta get through.
Oh my.
You can't unsee this, though. I'm just going to give you a fair warning.
That's twerking, ain't it? There we go. Is it clapping yet?
Oh God.
I don't know. Hey, if you ask me to dance, I could dance, but twerking just ain't something I've ever been able to do. Anyhow. Woo! Yeah. Smile while you still have teeth. I heard that. I done poured myself a drink and ain't drunk it yet. Here's for you, baby.
Here's the key, Derek.
Woo! Get it ready. I'll get me one ready. Y'all get one. We're here to have fun tonight. On the count of 3, over the teeth and through the gums. Look out, gullet. Here it comes. Bam! Drink. Woo! Hey, y'all let me know when you get another shot ready. As long as I ain't drinking alone now.
Try another song. I haven't seen any damn twerking yet.
Hey,
There you go, man, dude.
I came
here
in
you
late.
go. I already recorded it.
Twerk, 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 twerk,
I
twerk,
dropped my
twerk,
ring
There we
twerk.
go.
Let me see you
Oh,
jerk,
God.
jerk, jerk. Twerk, twerk, twerk.
There we go.
Twerk,
We
twerk,
got-
twerk.
We got some twerking done again. That's twice I've twerked tonight. Actually, technically 3 times because that was twice.
Yeah, that was fun.
Technically 3 times because that was.
I thought it was fun anyhow. I don't know if anybody else had fun doing it, but I did.
I totally missed it.
It's almost drink the whole bottle.
Well, I've still got believe it or not, I've still got most of that bottle left. Well, not most of it. I got a little bit left. See? So I don't think I've had a drink of it since. I may have once, but I don't do a lot of drinking. I really don't. But every now and then,
You gotta let loose.
sometimes you got to let loose. If I do, it's usually on a Thursday because that's, technically that's my Friday. And hey, you got to have a little fun sometime, right? And I ain't got to be driving.
Gary, me and you twerk about the same way.
Hey, we ought to have another twerking this Thursday.
No. I asked my daughter one time, I said, why don't you come on in here and teach me how to twerk? And she looked at me like I had 2 heads.
Well,
She said, no, mother, no.
I have a tendency to be very, I like that moist. Wade Snow said moist. Some people aren't comfortable with it, but we have, I'm thinking of having a twerking contest. I don't know if I'll do it on a Thursday or a Saturday or what, but I'm too cheap to offer something much, but maybe someday I'll offer like $100 for the top winner,
For the top twerker.
the top twerker.
I know that won't be me.
Well, it'll be open to everybody, and you can't ever. I'll tell you, if you can stuff the channel with your viewers, anybody could win.
Oh no,
I mean,
my knee would give out.
You got to start twerking on the handstand against the wall.
well, you can do that. Some people, I've seen some girls twerk upside down or something. You know, at least pictures looks like they're twerking upside down.
I think twerking's for young folks. I don't think old people bodies move like that.
Well,
No,
mine
we'll
didn't
break
seem to
too
be
easy.
working. Do what, Jason?
We'll break.
Right?
I used to love dancing when I was young. I really did. Trouble is, my wife never would dance with me.
That's a nice picture of. Is that Raquel in the background there?
Yes.
That's a nice picture.
That's Devil Dog and Raquel on there.
Mm-hmm.
Devil Dog's was running his OBS. In fact, let me take me down so y'all can see it better.
Yeah.
He's showing his stickers. You know, his wife prints stickers.
Yeah. Yeah.
She does mine. In fact, I just got some magnets in. They do magnets and stickers, and it's my understanding they're going to be doing here in September. For September's out, they're going to be doing T-shirts and I think coffee mugs, but I could be wrong on the coffee mugs.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know all the details of it. So let's see here. Let me bring back up my chat screen so I can see what's, if anybody's saying anything. I don't want to miss anything. But fact is, I am going to have to shut it down here in a few just because I'm going to have to, at some point, I'm going to have to get to bed and get ready for, I got to work tomorrow again.
Ugh.
And, but after Thursday night, I'm off for 10 days.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
And so Tammy and I have talked about Friday, maybe going through and rearranging this room and try to set it up for like a studio type thing.
Yeah.
And so I may do that. I may do that on Friday. Who knows? The next show on Saturday could have a whole new look to the place.
Sounds
I don't know.
nice.
Well,
We'll see.
if I can figure out a few other things, I guess I could go through. I'd like to have a little switch where I can hit from this one switch and have it go from one camera angle to another camera angle. I probably need at least two more cameras though to do that properly.
Yeah.
But I want to get my computer moved so that, right now it always looks like I'm looking over to the side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking right at StreamYard, but my camera's here and my monitor's there.
Yeah.
So anyhow, it's a thought anyhow.
Why don't you move your camera to over your monitor?
Well, if I go through and do that, you can't see the green screen because the green screen's right here.
I see.
That's why I'm able to show Simon's. That's why I'm able to show Devil Dog on there now because I've got that as my background
Right.
coming into OBS.
Right.
And I guess I could still do that with, but I don't know. A lot of the programs I've seen actually have a regular set.
Mm-hmm.
And, I thought it would be nice to have a regular set rather than just always using OBS or that type of thing. I mean, I like OBS, but if I have a set with a little tchotchkes or whatever, I mean, I got a lot of neat little toys and little, I wouldn't mind putting things like I got a little 29 car.
Oh yeah.
I realize that looks backwards this way, but I've got a lot of little things, just doodads, nothing expensive really. Probably
Sure.
the most expensive little toy I've got, or little thing I've got. I've got an Emmett Smith card, that rookie card that is the one from the it's no, normally it'd be about a $150 card, but I think it's around worth more than that.
Yeah.
And I think it's been graded, and so I could put that up there. And I've got some posters, and I'm thinking I've got a bunch of stickers, but I hadn't ever put them up. And
Right.
so I'm thinking I'll put something to put over the window
Hmm.
and have it just like have it look like it's a framed with maybe a crushed velvet background or red
Yeah.
velvet or something.
Yeah.
And just have that where I can put that over the window when I go.
That sounds nice. That'll keep the light. You can monitor your light better
Yeah.
if
Thanks
you
for
have something
coming
over
in
that
next
window.
And anyhow, it is late. I do need to call it, but if
Right.
somebody would like to come up on the after party, just click on the link on there, and we'll be good to go. And it's just short of 2 hours. I wasn't sure how long I was going to be on tonight, but I get to talking and enjoying myself, enjoying the company, and I just run on.
Well, I'm going to hop off and try to go back and get some more sleep so I can
Right.
take care of Poppy tomorrow. So y'all have a good evening. Thanks for having me up, Gary. I appreciate it.
Always a pleasure to see you, Charlotte.
Take care.
All right.
Alrighty. Like I said, I am heading off to bed here in just a few moments.
All right. I won't be on for long. I'm going to end it in 3, 2, 1. Thank you.